The single most important factor determining whether or not you become famous is reach. Reach basically just means the number of people that you're exposed to, the number of unique people. Now, for many decades, advertisers and media gurus have used reach as one of the most important KPIs. But in modern digital marketing, you don't really hear about it all that much. People are much more interested in things like leads, clicks, short-term sales. And as much as these things are great when you're trying to have a small, quick impact on something, they're not really that helpful when you want to become famous. When you're truly ambitious, what you need to do is reach a lot of people. Now, most people do not get famous by going viral. This is a common misconception. And they also don't get famous by slowly building followers. This is another misconception. The way that people get famous is they leverage things that already have big audiences. In other words, they already have wide reach. So for example, what you could do is work with an influencer who already has a big audience. You can leverage the news and get attention in the media because that has a very big audience. Or you can do advertising in ways that gives you maximum reach. These are more proven ways of becoming famous than going viral or building followers slowly. So let's think about this visually. How do most people think you become famous? And that's the diagram in the upper left. It's people exist in these networks of word of mouth and social connections, and they think, okay, well, we're living in a democracy, we're living in the age of YouTube, anybody can publish a video, anybody can write a blog post, etc. So I just need to create something that's really cool and that has strong viral potential. People are going to talk about it, and then they're going to share it with other people, and then it'll eventually become super popular. That's not really how it works. In most cases, the visual to think about how things become famous is more like the diagram in the lower right. It's more of a top-down spread where the people at the top or the channel at the top has really wide reach and is able to disseminate to a lot of people. Now, I'm going to give you a little short case study here. It's the Mona Lisa. So if we think of the Mona Lisa as a famous person, how did she become famous? Now, the answer to that question is usually something along the lines of the Mona Lisa is a stunning work of art. It is a masterpiece. It is an optical illusion. But really, the Mona Lisa is not that special. A lot of portrait drawings exhibit the same characteristics as the Mona Lisa. And if it were true that it became famous because of word of mouth through the fact that it was a great painting, that really has a limit to how famous it could have become. So there might be some small, medium networks of people that are in the art critique world that talk about it, maybe some collectors, and it could have gained a small following. But the Mona Lisa has massive global appeal. It is truly famous. And the reason is not because it's a great work of art, it's because it was stolen. And because it was stolen, there was this whole media frenzy centered around that story. And that's really what made it famous. It wasn't the intrinsic value of the product or the person. It was the attention that was gotten by the media, which had massive reach. And that's really the story of how things become famous.